Go and action. Preview. All right, we did plotting points, method 1. I'm not going to do the graphing today. Okay, slope intercept, method 3. X and Y intercepts, method 2. X and Y intercepts, method 2. Graph, which method you going to use here?
You could use any of them, but method three would be the easiest.
3 would be the easiest because it is a fraction, but you can use method 1. The one I would not use with this one is method 2 because it's not set up to do method 2. You could, but I wouldn't. Okay. Method 2, bonus. Graph the equation using method 3. Bonus, 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 bonus. Method 2. Method 3. Bonus. Method 2. Now this one, let's do this one. We didn't do one like this one. All right, so go ahead and write that one down. If we did, I'm going to do it again. All right, so this is X is equal to -2. And in your notes on the last couple of pages, you've got a rule that says if X is equal to a number, it's parallel to Y. If Y is equal to a number, it's parallel to X. Well, this is X is equal to a number, so it's what? Parallel to Y. -1, -2. That means that each dot that you put down, X is going to be equal to what?
-2.
-2. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 0, -3, -6. And anytime you draw a X is equal to a number, it's going to be parallel to the Y-axis because each one of the coordinates, the X is equal to what? The X is equal to -2. And that's what you should see when you graph one of these on the test. So that would be, looks like Bravo. And you automatically know it's not Charlie and it's not Delta. So please put an X through that one and an X through this one. Please don't write on your monitor. Okay. And it would be Bravo. I don't think we went over one like that the other day. And this is method 3. Method 2. And a lot of people say, well, Hubert, why is there so many graphing? Well, what is 6.6? 6.6 is graphing. All right. Now, I did put some calculating the slope, but that's not what a majority of it 6.6 is. Okay, here's one. Find the equation from the graph. All right, let's do this one because I didn't do too many of these, so I'll do it for you. Now remember, keep it simple. You always want to try to find points that are simple. You don't want to find points that are decimals. You don't want to use points that are fractions. You want to find 2 points that will make life simple. I'm going to be writing down the problem with a graph. Okay. I'm going to draw it a little bit bigger, if y'all don't mind. And that's 0, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, there's 1. And I'm going to draw a line. Now, can somebody tell me, I'm being a student now, I'm looking at this problem. Somebody tell me, what am I looking for? I told you to look for points that are clean and neat and no fractions, no decimals. So what am I looking for?
An easy point on the line?
That crosses at the two what? At the grids or on the Y-intercept or X-intercept. And I found 2. Where are they? Well, hold on. There they are.
0.
Those
Yeah,
are
I was
the
about to say 0,
points.
4 would be an easy one.
Okay, 0, 4 is keep it simple. So 0 in the X direction, 4 in the Y direction. And what's this one? This one's 1, comma what?
-2.
Those are the 2 points that you should use. Well, Hubert, how do you know that? Well, let's go back and look.
They're on the line.
Exactly. I'm going to blow this up real big for y'all. Now, what's wrong with this point right here? It
would be a fraction.
That's a fraction. This is a fraction. That's a fraction. That's a fraction. That's a fraction. This right here is a fraction. This is a fraction because it's between the corners of the box. The only place I see a corner is right here. See that corner right there? Yep. +1, -2. And of course, this one right here is right on the x-axis. Now, could you use these other points? Yeah, if you could figure out what they are. This one you probably could use because that's a half.
You want to hate yourself, sure.
So say again?
I said if you want to hate yourself, sure.
Yeah, chains and whips, 1/2 and 1. So you could use that point. I'm trying to find another point you can use. This one right here, this end point right here looks like a half. Oh, that would really be painful. That would be -3/2 or 3/2, comma, negative, I don't know what, -4.5. Yeah, -4.5 and 1.5. I think what I'm trying to tell you is please try to keep it simple and use the points that you can actually see at the corners or on the X and Y intercept. Does everybody understand that?
Yep.
Okay, well, one person says yes. The rest of y'all are in y'all's closet with the janitor sink. All right. So which way do we read?
Left to right.
So this is x(1), this is y(1), this is x(2), this is y(2). So first we got to find the slope. Slope is equal to delta y over delta x, which is equal to y(2) minus y(1) over x(2) minus x(1). This is on your last 3 sheets, somewhere on your last 3 sheets. Equals parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses. And what's y(2)? -2, Hubert. Thank you, Miss Grindle. Is the rest of the class mad at me today? Is that what y'all mad at me or what? Miss Grindle's the only one that talked to me. Mr. Pack quit talking to me. Is the rest of y'all just mad at me or what?
I'm not mad at you. I just have kids.
I appreciate it, Ms. Goodman. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I'm having mic issues.
That's all right. I appreciate your honesty. Nobody else wants to say anything? And you want to start a revolution?
I can't
4,
imagine.
and you can talk.
I can't imagine the days that I'm not here. Does anyone
I'll
talk
tell
when
you
I'm not
something.
here?
I pick up your.
I'm gonna tell you something. The worst thing that's ever happened to our nation is cell phones. You used to couldn't be able to keep people quiet in a room. Socialism, not socialism. The social aspect was like this. Cell phones has ruined a whole, at least 2 generations. All right, x of 2 is 1 minus 0. That's why people get fired. They don't know how to communicate with their boss or their supervisor, and they'll just sit at a desk and they won't even communicate. So y'all just keep it up. That's why you'll have the worst office on the floor. -2 minus 4 is -6. 1 minus 0 is 1. So our slope is -6. And I guarantee y'all, some of y'all got 2. Okay? Check to see if you used your parentheses. I bet you didn't. But anyway, now we've got a slope and a point. Why am I going to pick this point? Because it's positive and got a 0. That's why. Simple math. So this is part 1. Find your slope. Part 2. Use the point slope equation with a point and a slope. Y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. Y minus parentheses is equal to parentheses times x minus parentheses. And now what we're going to do, plug and what?
Chug.
Plug and chug.
Plug and chug. I want you to finish that out. I'm going to let y'all finish it out. Where'd Miss Hunter go? Miss Hunter, are you still in there? That was weird. It went on hold and then she left. I hope she's all right.
She yeeted herself out of here.
Huh?
She
No.
yeeted herself out of here.
I don't know what happened. Well, all I saw was there was a hold, and I never saw that before. I saw hold, and then she went out. I've never seen hold before. Well, all right, what next? Well, y minus 4 is equal to -6x plus 0. Y is equal to -6x plus 4. And that's how you do the equation of a line. In order to use the point slope equation, you've got to have a point and a what? And a slope.
The slope.
If you don't have you're going to be given a point. Points are given out. I mean, there's no way that you're going to have a question and they say, find the point slope equation, and they don't give you a point. They have to give you a point or a line or something. And from there, you find the what? Slope. And once you have a point and a slope, you use the point slope equation. And the point slope equation is right there, just like it says on your sheets. I think it's the second to the last sheet. It's got the slope and the point slope equation on it for the 2 people that printed those sheets out. Okay. Okay, go ahead and mute that, please.
Sorry,
right.
that was a
Let's go
notification on my
ahead
phone.
Hold on, Mr.
I hope
Fisher. I'm still
Miss
writing
Hunter
this.
I hope Miss Hunter didn't go in the
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Ms. Miller, can you put that back? I was still trying to write it real quick.
Oh,
Fine.
yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
So rude.
Tell me when you finished.
Sure. I'm good.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So let's type that in. Let's see what. Okay, turn your speakers down. I hear myself. Let's see, negative 6x plus 4. I think D delta. And we feel good about ourselves. Graph using, that's method 2. There's the problem we left off with. One like it. So go ahead and write that one down. This one, they just want the slope. Slope, this is your second to the last page. M is equal to delta y over delta x, which is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is equal to parenthesis minus parenthesis over parenthesis minus parenthesis. And we are given the points negative 8, comma 1 and negative 2, comma 1. Well, I can tell you right now, we don't even need to do the point slope equation. Can somebody tell me why? What do you see that's interesting about these points?
The 1 minus 1 would be 0.
I'm sorry, speak up just a little bit. What?
1 minus 1 would be 0. If you divide by 0, it's
Well, before you do that, Miss Goodman, you are correct. But before you do that, these ones are the same. What did I just tell you about y's being the same?
It's a vertical line.
Y is equal to 1. It's parallel to what axis?
Why?
Why?
Look at your rule.
The
I think it's the last page. If y is equal to a number, it's parallel to what?
I thought
the
it was
x-axis.
The x-axis. So I don't even have to, I'm just going to draw this because I'm going to show you y is equal to 1. 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 Let's go ahead and put these 2 points in. Oops, I'm sorry. There we go. So where is negative 8 and 1? 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And negative 2 and 1. So what kind of line do we have? Well, from the rule, we have a horizontal line. And what does my rule on the last page say about the slope of a horizontal line? Look at my last page. What is the slope of a horizontal line?
0 or undefined.
0 is a horizontal line. So I know that my slope is 0 from the rule on the last page, or as Miss Goodman says, 1 minus 1 over negative 2 minus a negative 8 is going to be 0 over, I don't care, because what is 0 over anything?
0.
0. So you can either find it by doing the math, or you can see that these two numbers are equal. So therefore, it is a horizontal line, which means slope is equal to 0. I don't care which way you do it, but the slope is 0. Maybe I should take that one off. That one's too easy. Graph by method 1. Graph by method 2. Now this is one where you have to do it. I'll do this one because you've never done a intercept method when y is by itself. So we will do that. I can't promise it'll be nice because there's a fraction in there, but we'll do the best we can.
Is that a negative
Intercept
fourth or
method.
fourth?
Plus 1/4.
X-intercept. 0 is y. Y-intercept. 0 is x. And the actual y plus 1/4 x, y plus 1/4, oh shoot, I missed it. Y plus 1/4 x is equal to 2, and then y plus 1/4 x is equal to 2. Now I'm going to go to the whiteboard. There we go. Notice where I put the equations. I put the equation where I could just drop that 0 down where it needs to be. Now remember, I'm not doing this to try to make you learn a different method. I'm doing this because whenever you're dealing with graphs, you always got to know how to find the y-intercept and the x-intercept, whether you're in science, business, marketing, physics, math, any of those subjects, you've got to be able to find the x and y-intercept. And that's going to be 0 plus 1/4 x is equal to 2. 0 plus 1/4 x is 1/4 x. How do I get rid of multiplying by 1/4?
Divide.
Divide
by 1/4. Divide by 1/4. Which means that you're going to multiply by 4 over 1. So that is 8. Y plus 1/4, 0 is equal to 2. Y plus 0 is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. And now you just plot those 2 points. So I'll leave that on the board there for you. Well, y is not by itself on this one. Y is without a coefficient. That's what I meant. I didn't mean y is by itself. And let's go and plot those 2 points. Oh, we already got it plotted. But we know that if I brought 1/4 x over here, it'd be negative. So it's not this one. And it's not this one. And it's not this one. What is the only possibility for a negative slope? That means I want y'all to say something. You know.
I don't know the answer, so that's why I didn't say anything.
Okay, y'all can't tell me where
Oh.
negative slope is. Come on,
A
people.
negative slope is going down to the
Where is the
left,
only
up.
negative slope?
So that would be B.
B is your
it's
only
going
answer.
Down.
Put your little car.
What's the
Right
only
here.
one that shows that it's decreasing than the
Which-
others? The
stop
other ones
doing
have
that.
it kind of like increasing.
Hold on a minute. I can't. For some reason, this mouse is going crazy. All right. Here's our little car.
And that's increasing, not decreasing.
Exactly.
Like it is.
This is a little car. I'm just going to draw a circle. Here's your little car.
Our little Indiana Jones boulder.
And here's your little car. Okay, now I want everybody, my mouse is acting up with this whiteboard application. I don't know why. All right, somebody tell me what this car is doing. Which way do we read?
Left to
Left
right.
to right.
So what is this car doing? Going from left to right. What is it doing?
We're all going up.
It's going uphill. That's a positive slope. What is this car doing?
Up.
What is this car doing? The only one that's negative is here, and a lot of people say, well, Hubert, how'd you get negative? Well, I'll show you. This is the easiest way to do this problem, but they tell you to do it by, hold on, I'm trying to get there. If I solve this equation for y, I would get y is equal to negative 1/4 x plus 2. And what does negative mean? What does that negative in front of that x mean? It's a negative what?
Negative 8.
It's a negative slope. So you can actually do this and not even do all of what I just did here, because you can deduce which one it is. It's B, and not even do any math.
Fabulous.
Feel good about yourself.
Sure.
Somebody has written a message, and I got to switch over to see it. My internet stopped working for about 10 minutes, so I had to log back in. Okay, Miss Parton, I'm glad you're here. Is she here? I can't. I have to switch back to enrollment to see if she's here. I don't see her.
I don't know if it'll let her back in. If he had to
Let's
restart a
see.
computer or anything.
Bartin. Hannah. I'll call her. I also want to call Miss Hunter. Make sure she's okay.
Maybe she's
It's
trying to get
Lillian Michelle. I'll make sure she's okay too. All right. So that's that answer.
the evidence.
Next. We almost finished with the test. Okay, find the X and Y intercepts for the equation and then graph it. That's the same one we've been talking about. Miss Hunter, we were worried about you. What happened? Okay, I thought she was in the class. Oh well. Let's see if Miss I can't remember.
It says she's back in, but
Miss Hunter, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
We were worried about you. We thought you got kicked out.
My phone went dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you stay as long as you can. I just called you and Miss Hannah. I can't remember her last name. I called y'all back in just in case something happened. I thought something happened. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna keep going. All right. So that's 32. Here we go. Here's a test question that we haven't done. We only did one a while ago, so this one is the same. You can either do it the short way, or you can actually calculate it and find out what's going on. I'm going to calculate it so you will see how to do it. But you see the -8, they're the same. So you know that this is a horizontal line, so the slope is 0. But we're going to do it the calculating way. -7, -8. negative
Negative
2,
2, negative 8.
and negative 8. Miss Parton, that's who we were trying to get in.
Yeah.
And she didn't come back in. I'm going to do her one more time. Partin.
So since y is both the same, that means y would equal negative 8, correct?
That means y is equal to negative 8. Y is equal to a number, therefore it's parallel to the x-axis, therefore the slope is equal to 0. So that's one way you can do this problem. You can do it by the law of the y is equal to a number or x is equal to a number. The other way is to actually calculate it. So we read from left to right. X of 1, y sub 1, x of 2, y sub 2. No yawning in class. M is equal to parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses. And if you don't know the rule, if you don't know the formula, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So y sub 2 is negative 8. Y sub 1 is negative 8. X sub 2 is negative 2. X sub 1 is negative 7. Negative 8 plus 8 is equal to 0. Negative 2 plus 7 is equal to 5. Therefore, the slope is equal to 0, which means you've got a horizontal line of y is equal to negative 8.
Cool beans.
And you feel good about yourself.
Sure.
30, last question. And it's a bonus question. So you have now been through the test. So let's talk about, one more time, I'm going to refresh your memory. Hold on a second.
Another run through.
And I'm going to make sure everybody understands what I went through at the beginning of class, because I didn't record it, so I want to get it on the recording and refresh everybody. After today, I want to make sure everybody understands that I want you working on 6.6 and Unit 3 after today. So that means if you've got some extra time over the weekend, I want you reading and working on homework for Unit 3, which is 7 and 8 homework. On your own. Answer what you can answer. Send in to me what you don't understand. Monday, I will start working on probability and statistics. Somebody look on your outline. I think it's 11 and 12. Somebody check me on that. Of course, everybody should have their outline with them. I think this is 12.
It's 11 and 12.
And this is 11. I'm going to do 12 first. The reason I'm going to do 12 first is because you never teach probability first. You always teach statistics first. Okay? So I'm going to teach probability, probably talking about 2 sections here and 2 sections here. I'm going to start that on Monday. And every spare minute you get, I want you reading this weekend. I want you reading and working on 7 and 8. And I want you finishing up your 6.6 test. Any questions?
Nope.
Now, my plan, this is my plan. My plan is to get these 2 sections done real quick. Okay? These 2, it's not very difficult math at all. Get this done first, and whatever time is left, by the time y'all get through reading and getting the easy questions out of the way, we'll be down to the meat and bones of the hard questions, and you can send those at heart questions, send those in to me, and by the last week of class, we should be going over these questions. That's my plan. All right, does anybody have any gripes, complaints? I don't want to listen to them. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Work hard, keep between the ditches, and I will see y'all Monday.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Hi.
Got any questions, holler after. And y'all go ahead and leave. And anybody that don't leave, that means that you've left the computer and I've got to force you out. So I'm going to give everybody ample chance to leave.
So because Mr. Peck yawned in class, he loses 10 points in his test, right?
Yeah, actually, I put him down for 1 yawn. And if he makes it to 3, I'm going to kick him out. We actually had a teacher do that. They got fired, of course.
That's awful.
Oh, listen, we've had some dumbass teachers. Let me tell you. We've had some dumbass teachers. We had one speech teacher show a soft porn film in the middle of class.
Why?
We could never figure out what that had to do with speech. That was about 10, 15 years ago. And then we had one teacher, he decided to do illegal / inappropriate / just things you don't do in his office, and he didn't lock the door.
Genius.
Yeah.
Some people just shouldn't be teachers. That's fine.
And the reason I say legal, inappropriate things you don't do is I don't want anybody to think of one certain thing, because it was basically illegal. It was against the law what he was doing. So basically drugs. And if you're going to do something like that,
let's go out to your car or something. I don't know. I don't even know why you try and do it. I don't know.
Lock the door. So anyway, have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.